why you're losing gains in quarantine. I've seen so many people recently just give up on training and nutrition stuff just because of what's happening. There's so much more you think you probably could be doing right now to maintain your body weight and muscle mass. In fact, you could probably be gaining muscle mass during this quarantine, but people are just choosing not to. Now don't get me wrong, this time is very, very frustrating. We don't have the gym, which is the main facility, is the main purpose, the way we gain muscle mass, the way we grow, the way we develop ourselves. So yeah, I understand it's not easy, but it doesn't mean you can't do anything. Some people are just saying, oh, I don't have the gym, so I might as well stop, I can't do anything. It's pointless, I'm gonna lose my gains anyway, so there's no point doing anything. That just kind of annoys me a bit because people are throwing away their results, their gains that they have worked hard for in the gym over the last however so long. And you know, you might be saying, yeah, that's easy for me to say because you know, I've got bits and bobs, I've got some equipment lying around, which obviously I am very grateful for to have for my training. It's helping me out a lot, don't get me wrong. But you've got to remember, I was also training for a powerlifting competition just before this whole lockdown thing happened. And now that's essentially all been taken away from me because I can no longer train the way I used to for strength because I don't have access to a standard barbell and plates. But even if you don't have any equipment lying around, if you're not lucky enough like I am to have bits and bobs and some equipment lying around, there's still so much more you can do that I'm going to get into in this video. So if you know you're not putting in 100% effort right now to maintain your body weight and muscle mass, or at least try not to lose anything, then this video is definitely for you. So I guess the first point I'm trying to make for this video is you have a choice. You can be someone that sits there, dwells on it, doesn't do anything about the situation, or you can be someone to accept the situation, understand what you have, and work with what you got and develop yourself. It's all about mindset, it so seriously is, and like everything, I believe everything to do with the gym, mindset comes first. If you don't have that mindset, you're not going to progress anywhere. So just accept the situation, see the bigger picture, understand this is only going to be a small part of your whole life, and work with what you've got. Even if it's nothing, you still have stuff to work with, believe it or not. So yeah, it's all about mindset, it's about how you are willing to approach the situation. So before we get any further in this, you've got to sit down with yourself, accept the situation, accept your circumstance, and understand that you can still be doing stuff to benefit you. Alright, so let's talk training. So first I'm going to start with, so probably a bit controversial, but cardio. There is no better time to be doing cardio. And you may be thinking, oh well, cardio is going to be counterproductive to maintaining my gains, going to be burning calories. Yes, that is true to some extent. So yeah, you will need to compensate for the calories you're burning off from doing cardio by intaking more calories. But obviously, cardio is important right now. It's important to be healthy during this whole period, so that should be enough motivation for you to do cardio in the first place. And secondly, cardio can actually transfer over nicely to benefiting you when you get back in the gym. So you may be thinking, well, how's that possible then? And it is going to benefit you because when you're doing those high rep sets, you're going to find them a hell of a lot easier if your cardiovascular endurance is a lot better. So when you get to those last few reps of the high rep sets, you're less likely to cheat on your form, etc., because you won't be tired out as much. And yes, I'm even talking to you powerlifters. I know you guys do some high rep sets every few months, so it is important for you too. Okay, so you might be thinking, yeah, I can do a bit of cardio here and there, but I can't do any resistance training, any weight training. And yeah, obviously if you don't have any dumbbells, then you can't really do dumbbell or barbell weight training, but you can still do resistance training. There are so many variations of bodyweight exercises you can do, and just to keep motor neuron pathways active. Obviously you can do anything from press-ups, pike press-ups, close grip press-ups, you can do inverted row on a table or something, you can do bodyweight squats, wide and narrow stance. I've literally made a video on my channel where I go over so many exercises you can do with a bag. I'm sure all of you watching this have at least a bag of some sort. Literally, it's as easy as getting a bag, putting things in like books, water bottles, stuff to weigh it down, make it heavier, and there you have your weight, you have your resistance. It's literally as easy as that. And if you have enough things to put in it, which I'm sure you do, you could probably even progressive overload with it too. I'll leave the link to the video I'm on about that I made down in the description, where I literally give you guys a free at-home training program to go over all the exercises I've come up with bags and other bodyweight resistance training. And of course there's countless videos out there for training programs and stuff you can do at home anyway. So yeah, to all of you that just sat down saying, oh, well there's no weight, make the weight. You have stuff you can use for weight. If you think about it, a dumbbell is literally just a weight in your hand. Obviously the shape of it helps you perform the exercise easier, but it doesn't mean you can't replace it with another weight. So yeah, there's no excuses to not at least attempt to do some resistance training. So yeah, that leads me on quite nicely to nutrition. So yeah, chances are if you've given up on your training, you've probably given up on your diet as well. But people don't really understand the difference that eating at your maintenance calories makes to maintain muscle mass. If you let your diet slip and you stop eating enough food, you're going to lose body weight because you're in a deficit. It's inevitable. So if you're not already, eat at maintenance calories. If you don't know what your maintenance calories is, there's literally no better time to work it out because most of us aren't working or doing anything. Take a rough calculation of how to work out your calories. I'll leave a website to a link below you can use to give a rough estimation of what your caloric maintenance is. Eat at that calorie level for about a week or two. See if your body weight has increased or decreased, so weigh yourself at the start of the week and at the end of the week. If you stay the same, ta-da, you have worked out your caloric maintenance. So I hope you understand the importance of eating your caloric maintenance because it's just going to mean you're maintaining your body weight, so the chances of you losing muscle mass are so much significantly lower. Or even better, you could eat in a slight caloric surplus, so your chances of losing muscle mass are even lower. I'm not talking go all in and do 1,000 calories worth of maintenance. So yeah, diet is something important. It's definitely something that I've taken a lot more seriously since it's lockdown. Because like I said earlier, there's literally no better time to try and estimate your caloric maintenance and work it out properly. So yeah, if your diet's gone a bit whack and out of shape, sort your shit out and get it done. Alright, so you managed to work out your caloric maintenance and hopefully you're eating at least that many calories. If not, in a slight surplus is even better. That paired along with some sort of resistance training and cardio is so much more beneficial than just sitting around doing nothing. Like, think about it. Would you rather do stuff that's going to aid you when you go back into the gym, or just do absolutely nothing, which is going to make it so much more harder when you go back in the gym, because you wouldn't have used any of your motor neural pathways or go over the movements that you would in the gym, so you're going to find it so much harder to get back into it. So essentially the question is, when you get back in the gym, do you want to bounce back harder or really quickly? So yeah, to sum it up, I honestly believe you sort out your mindset first, then work out your calories and make sure you're eating at least maintenance. That along with some decent resistance training, which you don't really have any excuse to do because there's so many creative videos on YouTube, hundreds, probably thousands by now, that you can do to adapt to your training at home to do some sort of resistance training. So with all those three things in mind, I genuinely believe you can at least maintain your muscle mass that you've worked hard for over the months or years, or in fact you could even grow, especially if you're only just been going to the gym for the last year or two. You're probably still in that newbie game stage, you're probably still coming out of it, so you need to be doing some sort of resistance training. That is literally the prime time for you to put on muscle and grow. So there's literally no reason why you can't still be putting on muscle mass if you're in your first year to 2 years of lifting. So yeah, the last thing I wanted to add is it really just comes down to perspective. You know, when you're older, when you look back at this time, are you going to be grateful that you used the time how you did? Ask yourself that question. Are you going to look back at this time and say, thank God I put in all that effort into my training, my well-being, my mental health, or are you going to look back and say, shit, like I wish I just kind of did something? So yeah, you've almost got to see the bigger picture as well, and you've got to think about this time. And yeah, it sucks because we can't really do the things we used to and the things we enjoy doing, but it really just is that glass half full or glass half empty mentality. You can either look at what you don't have anymore, or you can look at what you still do have. And you've got to remember, like, it really is down to you how you use this time. No one else is controlling you, telling you what to do. It's literally up to you how you choose to use this time. So yeah, don't get me wrong, it's a really difficult time, but it really comes down to your mentality and your perspective on things and how you choose to use the time. So do me a favour, do yourself a favour, and make your future self proud. Make sure you look back at this time when you're older and you're so appreciative of what you did with the time. And remember, most of the time we always regret the things we don't do, not the things that we actually do. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you found it useful as well. It means the absolute world to you. You can drop a like on the video and subscribe if you aren't already subscribed. Other than that, boys and girls, take care and I'll see you in the next one.